The symbiote was kind of mid in the 80s, bro. Let's talk about it. So, if you don't know, the adaptation of the symbiote giving Peter like rage filled moments and just making him like an evil Spider Man, that was not a thing when the symbiote first came out. When the symbiote first came out, it was just a costume, bro. That's all it was. It was a costume that Peter got out of a thing. It didn't become an alien until later. And the things that it did was just like it gave Peter pockets for some odd fucking reason and just took his body out for a joyride during the night because the symbiote saw it as, okay, well, yeah, Spider-Man may be sleeping, but crime doesn't sleep during the night. Essentially, the symbiote was kind of like Batman, you know. So the symbiote would take a joyride during the night, stopping crime. And Peter didn't know what was going on because he was extremely, extremely exhausted. Even though he'd sleep like, 8 to 12 hours, he was still absolutely tired. The thing is, too, is that the symbiote never had evil intentions. It didn't come here to corrupt Spider-Man. No, that's not how it worked. And Spider-Man is not this like goody two shoes all the time. I've said this before. Spider-Man was an asshole, and he is an asshole. Um, Spider-Man is a very flawed character, especially back in the 80s. When he found out it was an alien, bro, dude, he snapped. He wanted to kill the symbiote immediately. You're a fucking superhero. Why do you want to kill a costume that's been doing nothing for you? And when Peter goes to take off the symbiote, eventually, the sound waves of the bell are going to kill him. They are literally going to kill him. Spider-Man almost died. We like if the symbiote didn't pick up and move Peter to a different area, we wouldn't have gotten a continuation of Spider-Man. It would have ended right there. Peter was bleeding through his nose and everything. The symbiote had no ill intentions. Even after Peter removed the symbiote and treated the symbiote like shit, the symbiote still picked up Peter and dragged him to a different location so Peter would survive. This didn't change until the 90s animated series adapted the symbiote and did its own thing. And ever since then, the symbiote has had what we know it as today. And majority of the adaptations, they're not real symbiote adaptations. They're just taking what they saw from the 90s animated cartoon and just adapting them to their own type of universe. Spider-Man also wasn't getting a buff in strength from the symbiote back in the 80s. Venom literally says this from his mouth. Venom says that it was not boosting it because he was already getting boosted from the powers that he got from the spider bite. The reason that he buffs Eddie Brock is because Eddie Brock is a normal base human being. So Venom has the